Greetings, celebration. This is Aurora with the latest. So Rob just walked in. He said that success. They did the operation with Forsyth. Apparently, they signed off Forsyth's will to Joanne Bahus or something. And they did a certain ritual to like sign off Aurora to Muhammad, Melania to Amber, Aurora to Brawi to Karen, then Dima Tabrawi to Dima Tabrawi, and the other Dima Tabrawi to me, I said to tell me in the end that I'm persona non grata and that I am married a Palestinian since they gave my passport, Aurora, for the United States of America by Department of Homeland Security. So when I spoke first, as he said, he was glad that they saw me and know where I am, I guess possibly for their agenda, since now Ralph is telling me he's really frail and he doesn't think he's going to be riding his bicycle again, but Forsyth told me he would. Now, I believe they're going to try to program him and catch me at my tent and program him that he was my dad and that I shot him as Karen and that Cristal gave me forgiveness and kept me alive, so I should be grateful to them, the fake auroras and stuff, and so you can keep stealing my shit, eating it, transforming into my form, and eating my pee to vanish, and keep continuing their cult. They steal my aurora shit and everything, my menses, everything. They want to cut my vagina, then they'll take blood at night when I'm sleeping with their Fraser people there. Like they did at House of the Future as well. As originally ran away, and today the cop from Department of Homeland Security was one of them. He's one of them undercover now, under like another situational name and identity and shape. So, because they transform. And then most of these cops were transformers. So they had Caparello was in another shape. They had Najirad in another shape. Then they had Jan Asaf accompanying the guy, like a short, fat, or like big-sized black lady. They always show up like that. And then they had, I didn't have, there were other beings. So, Karim was there. There was a Karim Chitalaba, that brunette guy, the tall guy, or it was someone else. Habib. C'était toi, Habib. Chitalaba. So God was there. And that's it. Because God tells them what to do. So he told them, God tells them internally. Because, I believe they wanted me to start to pedal like a mad person or scream or be like, I don't know, what they really wanted. Or maybe they came with no expectation. I don't know if they're wired ahead of time or not. I don't know their predisposition. I don't train cops. And I have UFO training, so I'm very not familiar with what they do. So I only respond to my signal. So when my signal says ride your bike now, get out of the woods now, I do exactly what my signal tells me. And then they tell it to me through different means. But that was the path they drew for me today, to ride a little bit, because there was no one there at first. At first, there was no one. As soon as I got out of the woods, I had heard a roar. I thought it's JD, and I just didn't have it in me to deal with anything programmed by Muhammad. I have no patience. So I'm riding out, I'm trying to get out, and then I see an unfamiliar looking car. It wasn't like Beaufort County, it was like something else. with another sign. I don't know what it is. So I'm riding, and then some people came like wearing some suits, and then there was a Beaufort over there. So then there was more than one cars, like I don't know if 3 or more, 4, I don't know, 4. Because then there was another one down there. Because they thought that I might just cross all these to go to the other parking lot to give the package. They thought maybe I'm gonna get scared. Oh my God! Like now I'm gonna like not be able to give the package to Forsyth, and these people are gonna catch me. Let me do the net. You know, maybe they thought that I'm a bimbo. You never know. Maybe they start to draw plans together. So, unfortunately for them, I think very different thoughts than they might think. So then I'm riding. I just told them casually. They're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm just trying to get to the restroom." They're like, I'm like, I live a couple of blocks away or whatever. I mean, I stay, or, you know, I just said it. I thought like, just, I'm like, "Listen, let me check if the church is open." He says, "Okay." I rode by the church, and then it was shut. I looked through the door because they have donations sometimes, so I thought maybe, you never know. If they're open, they're welcome to go in, and if they're just like casual, they're like just because God was with them. And when I posted, I'm like, "I'm not Dina Tabrawi," and they stole Homeland Security from the call. Right away, I posted that, so God told them they can't talk to me. So then they start to say the Dima words, just thinking it would like trigger me, and I would tell them, "Oh my gosh, your Homeland Security, I've been sending you my Aurora, uscis, but I just take them where they're coming from, at the level where they're talking to me from. I talk to them, and then this is something they taught me at FNSC. They're very intelligent over there. They taught me everything. It was very nice. I spent a month in 2022. It was brilliant. Charleston people were very incredible. It was so amazing. It was so unlike the Beaufort situation. And so I didn't even know that cop was from Beaufort, the one who took me there. I thought he was a Charleston cop. So I had no idea. That's why I used to call Charleston cops, but then, it turns, because they do crime in Charleston, these people. They have cars, I don't. They have boyfriends and friends and cop friends. I don't have any of that. I don't have, first I used to go around on a bicycle, they took him out. That's their plan. To render me to a church person now, to then say that I was Amber the whole time, or Muhammad. They would go there, start to cuss God and Jesus, start to steal food and throw it and shoot and rape kids and stuff. To then later on me say that I was doing all that, and that they were all going to Harris Teeter the whole time, because now they all have access to his debit card. Like, now he probably rewarded someone with a debit card, said that, "Oh, you're so nice, you did like the impossible for me, and here's the debit card for me," but he gave it to someone else. They're all evil. You ask me, why do I do good for evil? Well, what else can I do? I don't reward evil for good. I don't reward anything. They steal. So these beings, they don't sleep with me. Apparently they all had like interference with Forsyth in the room there. Like Kayla, Muhammad, Amir, Kerim, the one who shot him, and Rita, and Shafiq, all in my forum. Stephanie in my forum. Ariane in my forum, because I have Ariane has a feet. So that's what they're trying to say now, that I'm Ariane and that I stole the money and whatnot. No, it's Ariane stole. These fingers, because he said you're sending some information that is irrelevant or inconspicuous or incorrect or something. So I'm not sure if the illegals are starting to say wrong things. I know my tracking numbers, and then, I have my own. I don't know what they're doing, but I don't know if they changed my packages also. Because he said hazardous material. He said like a tampon. I said, so maybe they're putting drugs in my tampon. Maybe they're putting drugs in there. So they open a tampon, put drugs? Yes? I don't you do it? Or ketamine? I don't. Cocaine? Heroin? Cocaine? So Aaron's been opening my tampons, putting cocaine in there. And I don't know if they replace my pictures. Do you replace my pictures with blue eyes? Yeah. So the pictures I send with brown eyes, they replace them with blue eyes to then pretend that I'm insane and I'm Amber, Amy Thompson, or Mohammed Nasrallah, Magali Asaf, or Jan Asaf, or like Christelle Fouzali, Tracy Al-Mushra. We have many candidates. Nurul Khazen, Dina Tabrawi, they have many. Naila Rad, Kayla Rad. So now that this is being broadcasted, I feel a lot safer. I'm Aurora, Method of Immigration.